Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Kay. Basically, I've been putting off filming my feelings, because it makes me, it exposes me. I have to be vulnerable, not just during the filming, but during the editing, and then when I release it, and then when people respond to it. So, it just makes me feel like I get stabbed every time. So I don't do it. But I'm here to say I'm doing it. And I'm eating some grapes because I'm writing Derryck a letter. I'm writing Derryck a letter because I can't keep telling him how I feel, because it's too much. And I just have to be patient, and I just have to be grateful. But I'm allowed to be frustrated. And I think that because I'm frustrated, I'm having to be creative in order to overcome, if this is boring, I'm sorry. I'll speed it up in the edit. My teeth are good though. Look, I got good teeth. They're just like, they got shuffled in the move. Is that a dimple? Yo, I feel so stupid. I feel like, you know what this feels like? It feels like the beginning of like a 90s movie where like the girl is all like ugly. Look. I'm crying because I'm laughing so hard. Like, because it's me. And so I had to film it because I was like, this is what I want to show. This is it. This is what I wanted to show you. Okay, this is me practicing my excellence. Ready? Wait, so Domino's pizza is like my comfort food. Brooklyn style pepperoni. This is how you eat pizza with braces. These are kitchen scissors, okay? And then you take a fork. Take a fork, you dip it in your sauce. You put it in the back. So good. So good. Thank you for watching this far. I can't express how thankful I am to even have made it to this point in the recording. And I was watching Beyonce's Homecoming live album recording at Coachella. I think it was like 2018, and I was just so inspired because I am such a Beyonce hater, and I'm just a hater in general. And I think I was just upset because I couldn't judge her in a way that I could judge myself. Because, like, if I did, then it wouldn't be fair. So I've been watching this Homecoming by Beyonce, and it just, like, honestly has moved the shit out of me. Like, I cannot even begin to tell you how moved and enlightened and this is life. Virgo, rising baby. You don't fucking care? I'm gonna make you care. So this is my outro message at 1:49 a.m. I am officially loved out. This has been my loving release, and I feel like everything that has happened has absolutely been incredible. I am overjoyed. I am just filled with love, and everyone who's in my life has ever anyone who's ever been affected by me will be affected by me. That's cheese. Disgusting. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah. I love you, Chrisia. I know it's hard to do this and it's hard to say, but you're living the life and you're living proof that not giving up and staying true to yourself is the greatest reward. It doesn't matter who thinks otherwise. Your mom, your dad. That's for real, for real. Like for real. You know? Like if you love yourself, if you're good, if you're honest and you're living your truth, then great. Not everyone can be Beyonce. Okay, see you next full moon. Okay, good morning, everyone. It's 7:29 p.m. It's the second half of my day is starting. I'm going to take a shower, get dressed, and look at this infinity. Take a shower, get dressed, and do some work for Honest Work Media, and also do some work for Make Me Laugh TO. Let's go. Let's do this. All right, y'all. I just got out of the shower. I'm gonna do my makeup. Yeah, a little bit of makeup. I'm gonna show you how I do my makeup. I'm also making coffee, so that's gonna be in the background. Maybe I should just put this closer to me. Maybe. Let's see how it works. Ooh, nice. What if I sit here? Yeah, I guess I need like a taller stool. Can I sit on this book? And then a pillow. Yes, so much better. Can y'all see my nipples? I brought my nipples out just in case folks wanted to see them. So I'm gonna show you just like some skin picking tips. I love to get micellar water. Micellar water is like a toner. I don't know, I got this at Shoppers Drug Mart. This is like not so expensive. And what I do with the micellar water is I just concentrate on the areas where I have scabs. So I had a video a little earlier, like yesterday or the day before, and I had a lot more brown spots because basically what it is just little pricks in the skin that your skin tries to fix, heal. And so you get like a little scab. And the ones in my eyebrows are because like I need to not use this mirror because it has like 100-time magnifying thing. And what ends up happening is I can see every single little pore. And I'm like, oh, this pore has something in it. And it's like, that's a pore's job, you know? Just leave it alone. And so I'll get like ingrown hairs in my eyebrows, which is like TMI, but okay. And then I have this 100% vegan Derma E moisturizer. It's a serum. I'm using this one because I'm actually only doing my makeup for the video and then I'm gonna wash it off. So just put it all around. Okay, my water's boiling, so I'm gonna go make my coffee. I'll give y'all a tour next time. So in my lap, I have my makeup, and I'm just gonna take out what it is that I'm gonna use, and then I'm gonna go put away this box. So my brushes. This stuff. Oh, fuck. Okay, eyeshadows. Okay. So I'm just gonna put on some music in the background for myself because I'm gonna speed up this part and y'all can just see and I'll explain it later. So wow, this was a selfish experiment, but I'm so glad I did it because I have been wanting to do this for a really long time. And I started doing it with Derryck because Derryck was my boyfriend at the time and he supports every single thing I do. Background for myself because I'm going to speed up this part and y'all can just see and I'll explain it later. So wow, this was a selfish experiment, but I'm so glad I did it because I have been wanting to do this for a really long time. And I started doing it with Derryck because Derryck was my boyfriend at the time and he supports every single thing I do. So, I mean, not everything, but for the most part, things that are good for him too. And we were talking about how it's really difficult to be in a relationship with someone who doesn't have the stability and emotional regulation as someone who doesn't have a mental disorder such as borderline personality disorder. And it makes me feel completely unlovable, completely irrelevant, and completely like unworthy of any sort of good in my life. And so this is 24 hours of me. And yes, it was sort of like, you know, an experiment, like a controlled experiment with the shrooms and the full moon and just all the energy I was feeling, my new job, the new braces. Derryck and I decided that we're going to take the week off from talking to each other and only communicating maybe on the weekends. It's just a lot easier to not have to worry about someone else when you really need to be taking care of yourself. And I think that just doing my makeup really brings me back to this sense of normalcy when I was able to present myself in a way that I could control. Like I had some sort of control, and then it became that I couldn't even choose whether I wanted to do my makeup or not. I couldn't choose whether I wanted to get out of bed. It's ridiculous that I can't talk about these things with my family, but that's why I have to do it like this. I have to talk about it, and I have to talk about it with you. Whoever this is watching, whether you have a loved one with depression or suicidal ideation, or if you just want to know more about me, it's imperative for me to like have these sorts of like realizations. Oh, look, my mom just called. My mom called, and so I was talking to her. She was asking me if I was going to go have soup, but I had soup down here, and I always have to remind myself to eat. I have to remind myself to brush my teeth. I have to remind myself to go to sleep, to do the simple things, to drink water. And the conversation is a dialogue. It is more than one voice. And folks make fun of it like, oh, the voice is in my head. But it's not like that. It's not like a orchestra. It's characters. It's who you used to be at different points in my life. It's the traumatized me. It's the survival mode me. And it's so unpredictable. If I can't control it in terms of like, I know it's not normal and it's overwhelming for me, what do you think it's like for someone who wants to be in a relationship with me, who wants to watch a movie or invite me over to his friend's house? How do you think it might be for someone who wants to be intimate or wants to explore sexually with me? And I've just had a lot of experience with Derryck, and we've done a lot of really mean, nasty things to each other. And I think that that trauma bonding was so enmeshed, and I had to pull away. I had to say, I will not be the reason that you don't work on yourself. And unfortunately, I had to do it in such a vengeful way, and I'm hurt. I'm really hurt. And I don't think I'm ready to be in a relationship, but I am ready to date and be desired and feel wanted. Like, we broke up in November. We tried again in January. We broke up again in February. We didn't talk all of March. We saw each other in April. And now it's just like, cool. Like, I'm at peace. And I really hope that I'm able to concentrate on the things that bring me joy, and that at some point we might be able to celebrate together. But as it stands, my friends are my most important asset. I think that having and nurturing a village of a support network, and knowing that my son is with his father and I'm always giving it's just, when I give my all, it just makes me feel important. It makes me feel nourished. It makes me feel recharged. I feel I can do that with my son. I feel I can do that with my friends. I don't feel like I can do that with Derryck yet. I don't feel like I can do that with my son's father yet. I don't feel like I can do that with my mom or my dad. And even some of my friends, it's taking some time to really develop a bond and develop a friendship, and I just never had that before. I never had good attachment. I never had healthy relationships. I never had encouragement and validation, and it all just seemed worthless. I've tried to kill myself more than 3 times. I've been in the hospital more than that. I've been in jail more than that. And no one thought that it was weird, or that like I wasn't in control. It was just like, she knows what she's doing and she just doesn't want to stop. And it's really, really unfortunate. And that's why I really want to talk about it, because 1% of the population is diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, and 10% of that results in suicide. And I don't want to be a statistic. I do not want to be another number. I do not want any of my friends to die. I do not want any of your friends or family members to die. I don't want anyone to suffer in silence. And if I can be as relatable as 1% of the population, then let me have that. Let me share my story. Let me live my truth. Let me live. And to be honest, It feels so good. And I also wanted to share that I actually don't really know who I am. So I'm learning to love myself, all the pieces of me, this voice, the voice in the video, the voices in my head, the voices that I don't know their names yet, but they're all coming out. They're all not scared because courage requires you to be brave, and you can only be brave if you're afraid. So whatever it is that you're holding out on, everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of that. And I'm just talking to you, Chrissia. I'm talking directly to you because you know what you're capable of. You know exactly what you're doing. And you know how and why and where and when. So stop waiting. Just do it. You know what? I was thinking about the Beyonce thing. And so I recently started a new job, and the folks there were talking about their big three. So their sun, moon, and rising signs. And I finally went and looked at my birth chart. And so I'm an Aquarius sun, Cancer moon, and Virgo rising. And the most famous Virgo there is Beyonce. And I can fucks with that, you know? I know earlier I was saying I'm such a hater, but I'm a hater because I was raised that way. I was raised by haters. They were raised by haters. There was a lot of hate during a civil war. And unfortunately, that's my history. That's where I come from. That's where I was going with, like drugs, alcohol, and sex put a lot on this body, on this young soul that grew up too fast, who had to take care of her parents at the age of 4, who had to translate for them, and often got in trouble for things that were out of her control. My big brother died. My little sister was never born. It just feels like unfair. Why do I have to put up with it? Why do I have to be the one that survived? Why couldn't I have just died? And then when I had Noah, it was like, fuck, now I really can't die. And what actually ended up happening was I almost did twice after that. And so I had to make some really tough choices. I had to give up the fight to get my son back living with me. I had to go to rehab for 10 weeks. I had to stop working and take the Ontario Disability Support Program benefits. I need the assistance. I have to take medication daily that is packaged in a bubble wrap, in like a bubble packaging that I have to pop every day, because if I were to have access to all of my pills, I probably would use it to hurt myself. And these are things that I've discovered not over time, but suddenly, and I've had to become okay with it. How do you become comfortable with not being okay? How do you think that this isn't forever when the pain is so great? And all I have to say is, no feeling is final. You can't be happy forever. Your sadness won't always last. It just takes time to learn how to be gentle with yourself, how to be compassionate, how to ask for help, how to actually truly ask for help, and then receive it, and then say, yes, not only am I deserving, but I'm worthy. Because if I can do it, I can help others do it too. And I think that's where, my vision has flipped. My vision has
been always like, how do I make myself feel better? How do I make myself feel good? And it's like, by helping other people. And it's not even a secret. Like, this is well known shit. Like, help other people and you'll feel better. And I think that the way that my life is turning out, it just so happens I'm helping myself first.
What do you think? Okay, so now that I've shown you how I do my makeup, I'm gonna show you how I take it off, which is dumb, but I gotta take it off. It's like 8:30 at night. Like,